Okay.
Today we are with Haley. She's the founder, creator of Little Bluebird Design. All homemade items.
Yes.
Haley, tell your story.
I am Haley. My story is I started making quilts because my friends all started having babies.
Babies. You are in Utah.
Yes, we are in Utah, so lots of babies. And not a lot of them have grandparents. So no one was getting handmade products like I got from my grandparents. So I started doing quilts to facilitate handmade gifts for baby showers and make them feel like they were getting love and participating in tradition. So everyone was getting handmade sets for baby shower gifts.
So, I guess is that your friends? You seen that inspire you to start the business?
Yes.
Or were you making
It
quilts
wasn't
before?
necessarily a business at first. It was just making sure that they got gifts to feel like they were getting something from the heart and participating in tradition. It wasn't a business until their friends and family were hearing that they were getting quilts from someone that was doing it by hand. Then someone asked me if they could purchase a set. And I said yes. And then more and more people were like, I want to buy one. So I started doing commission. And then someone asked me if I had a business card, and I was like, no. So then my dad actually was like, why don't you start a business? And I did my first farmer's market 3 years ago at Wheeler Farm. And then, here we are. We started hitting every market I possibly could.
The rest is history.
The rest is history.
I mean, I think your story is so kind and is genuine.
Thank you.
You were doing it to give to a friend.
Yes.
And then that slowly snowballed into
yes.
maybe it could be a business.
Yes.
I think sometimes people don't realize being kind can actually be helpful.
Yes. Agreed. I wish there was a lot more kindness and a lot more love.
I wish so too. So can you explain to us how you make those blankets and the process that go into it?
It really kind of depends. Sometimes I cut a bunch of squares and just start sewing them together. Sometimes I find a panel at a quilt store that inspires the quilt. And then there's more strips involved, but like this one that I absolutely fell in love with the bee material and everything kind of just fell into place. So this quilt, I actually cut a bunch of triangles and made 7.5 yards of quilting material all at once, and then cut pieces out of that into, to make multiple quilts. And then I loved it so much I couldn't get rid of it, and it became my display set. So no one can have this one. This one belongs to me.
Yep. I'm not going to put that in Etsy either.
No, you can't have it. It's mine.
It's my right.
No, it's mine.
So you make those items.
Yes.
Do you get the product like from Goodwill or Gene or something like that? How do you get those stuff to make it?
So I do reuse a lot of materials. Sometimes I find vintage fabric, but that's hard because it doesn't always hold up. I do look for organic materials, like all my batting inside my quilts is bamboo, so it's hypoallergenic, can go through the washing machine and the dryer.
I hope it's made in America.
Actually not yet.
Oh no!
I wish that bamboo batting was made in America, but it's not. It's made in Japan. But my cotton is made in America. It's actually made in Massachusetts. So I love that. I love that.
Part with it.
But I do everything that I can to make less waste. So everything that I can save, I do. All of my stuffed animals are made with scrap material. So sometimes they're smaller, sometimes they're bigger. Yeah.
So how long does it take you to make a quilt like this?
Oh, that really depends. Sometimes I can bust one out in an hour and a half. Sometimes if I'm making a large piece of material, it'll take me 3 days. It's really just dependent on how much energy I have at one time.
And what is your price range when you make those items?
So a single quilt starts at 150, and a set can go starting at 3 pieces is 200, and 9 pieces, like my display set, goes to 500. So
That's not bad.
it really depends on what you want, and I'm happy to do anything custom or commission. If you have an idea, roll it by me. If you have an inspiration, I would love that. Or if you let me just find a piece of material and let me run free, I love doing that.
Yeah, I think your product look amazing.
Thank you.
And you say you've been doing this for about 3 years now.
Yes.
You've been to a farmer market so far and a bunch of craft shows.
Yes.
One of the thing I see a lot is when I go to a show like this is I will see a vendor come once or twice and they stop coming.
Yeah.
What do you think is the hardest part of being a vendor?
Getting discouraged. It's really hard when you spend a lot of time and money and energy and feel confident in a product and watch people just walk by your booth and not give you any attention. It's hard when you really feel really good about your space and making a really great design and not getting any desire. It's discouraging. It is. So you got to just push through and go to the next one, because that might be the time someone stops and just gushes and oohs and ahs over everything that you've done and makes a huge purchase. Or you have the opportunity of you finally post something online and someone just gives you amazing feedback and goes, I want a king size quilt because you're amazing and I want to give you the attention. Like, you got to just push through and believe in yourself and just go with it.
Put your shoulder to the wheel. We're in the Beehive State.
Gas pedal. Always push through.
Just like the pioneer did. So, what's the future for the business?
I like where I'm headed. I like just doing things the way they are. I like being able to sit at the sewing machine and just one quilt at a time.
And in 5 years from now, where would I see Haley?
At every craft market I possibly can be, making sure that everyone has a set.
Perfect. And when you come to craft show like this, do you bring? How do you know how much inventory to bring?
It really kind of just depends on my energy or how much space is available. If I'm at a farmer's market and I know that I'm in my 10 by 10 tent, then I bring everything I possibly can that I already have made. If I come to a smaller space like this where I only have my 4 by 6 table, then I only have like 5 to 8 sets with me. So it's really just dependent on what's available space-wise.
Perfect. And any last word of advice for someone that is watching this that want to come to a craft show?
Just do it. Just do something that you love and bring it out. Let people see your confidence. Put on a smile. Say hello to everybody and just do it. Just try. See if it'll just happen.
And where can people find you?
I'm on Instagram every single day.
What is your Instagram name?
It's the same as the business name.
Little Bluebird Design.
Yes, Little Bluebird Design.
And they can chat with you.
Yes.
Can people order online from now or no?
You can order through my email. I have a Venmo, PayPal. You can send me a cashier's check if you want to be like that.
Okay. All right, Haley. Thank you for chatting with us today.
Thank you so much.
Good luck with your business and in the future, okay?
Thank you.
Hey, Edwin. How you doing?
Good, how you doing?
Good. Are you going to be at a farmer market this year or no? Today, I'm with Andy. He's the founder, creator of Writing Stick. Andy, can you tell your story on how you started this business?
Yeah, I saw my uncle make a pen once. He was a shop teacher. So I loved it. I knew I needed to do it. So I spent all my paper route money when I was a kid, got a lathe and started making pens. And I did it for a while during high school, and then I quit. And then I met my wife, and she liked pens and journals, and I said, I can do that. So I started making pens again for Christmas gifts for her and stuff. So, and that's when she encouraged me to just make it a business. So,
So, so you always have done it, but you didn't make it a business until recently,
yep, about the last couple of years.
couple of years. And how is that going so far?
It's good. This year's my best year so far. So I'm doing good.
So, Andy, can you go into the process on how you make a pen?
Yeah, I take a piece of wood and cut it to the right length and everything, and then drill a hole through it, put a brass tube in there, and then put it on the lathe and spin it, and drill it down or take it down to the right size, and then I assemble the tube. So just makes a cool little pen.
And what kind of wood do you use?
Mainly stabilized and dyed woods right now, but I do a lot of exotic woods, like cocobolo and things like that.
And where do you get your woods from?
Wood stores.
Like
So-
not Home Depot, right?
Nope, not at Home Depots. They're at wood turning, woodcraft stores. So
So I guess when you get the woods, how many pen can you make with a piece of wood? Is it all depends on the size of the wood?
so I mainly buy them in blocks like this. So they're already pre-sized just for the pens. So just one piece per pen.
Okay. So do you go to farmer markets or just craft show like this?
This is only my second one, so just these so far.
And how did you usually sell them then?
I did some Etsy, mainly word of mouth, gifts, people buying them for gifts, people I know.
Well, this is your second market so far. How do you feel so far? Because you only been to one.
Last one was good, but I'm hoping this one's a little better. They're fun. I like them. I like meeting people.
It's good. I know it can be discouraging when you come to craft show like this when you see not everybody make their items from home. Because that was my experience as well. I thought everybody make them from home, and you see people make stuff. They buy stuff from Temu or Amazon and they resell them, whatever. What is your take on that? When you come to craft show like this, not everybody make them their stuff.
I haven't really looked at other people's stuff. I've looked around, but seems like it should be craft show stuff, like stuff you made. That seems like it should be that way. But I'm not. People got to make money, so I'm cool with whatever they want to do, I guess.
That's good. So, what is the future of your business?
Hopefully, more shows.
What kind of show?
Just craft shows, art shows. Yeah.
And where can people find you?
I'm on Facebook and Instagram, right_sticks.
All right. Thank you, Andy. Thank you
Yeah.
for chatting with us.
Thank you.